Is finished. Joel, thank you so much.
You're welcome, Ryan.
Couldn't have done it without you, man.
You're gonna get it done. First try out.
Jeez, good work, Ronald.
Just to get this finish. Melina and Paul both finishing their first 100-mile run.
Hi, my name is Brian. The question of the day is how and why would I ever want to run a 100-mile race? Like many people over the last few years, it's been a challenge. Been full of questions and doubt. What's going to happen next? Will things ever return to the way they were? Why is life so hard? But rather than worry about things I had no control over, I started thinking about and planning on something I could possibly do. Run 100 miles. With a lot of work and dedication, I feel confident in saying running 100 miles can be done by just about anyone. Unless you have some medical issues that inhibit you, I think you can do it too. Something I've heard so many times before are that people who are running long distances are people who are running away from something. I choose to believe that I'm running to something. Running is a way to find peace and solace. I don't have to be anything but authentic to myself. No one has had a perfect life. We've all experienced pain, physical and mental. But we have to figure out how to move beyond that if we ever want to achieve anything close to greatness. My life has not been the best. My mother was 16 when I was born, my father was in prison, and I was separated from my sister when I was about 2. I was adopted by a physically and mentally abusive family. Then I was given up for adoption again. Luckily, my grandparents took me in. After that, I was sexually assaulted by a family member, and by the time I was 16, I was a runaway. I literally had nothing. I had the clothes on my back, nothing more. By all accounts, statistically, I should have never been anything. I should have been a lost cause. There was no reason to believe I could ever be anything, but guess what? Because of the grace and goodwill of others, I've succeeded. I've been able to use these disadvantages to achieve things I never thought were possible. I have succeeded. A few things I've learned along the way are: no mistake is too big to come back from. Everyone has value. No one is irredeemable. No matter how worthless or depressed you feel, there is someone who loves and cares for you. Sometimes you just don't know who they are, but they're there. Be willing to accept help without taking advantage of people, and be grateful. Don't feel entitled. Things rarely turn out how you expect them to. Look for a positive. Don't be too disappointed. There are often valuable lessons to be found in an unexpected journey. My approach to completing a 100-mile run was to set some goals. I really only had 2 goals: complete the run and qualify for the Western States. Luckily for me, that was actually turned out to be one goal. Completing the race under the cutoff time would accomplish both. I started my training early in the year with a single focus: completing the 100-mile run. I did have some starts and some stops along the way, but I did keep to the plan as best I could. It's very hard to keep to a plan for a very long time because things do pop up. It's unfortunate that some of them are not family, but it's very important to make sure that you meet your family and do the things that matter and take care of them. As with most plans, they're just outlines. You have to listen to your body and do the things that matter to you and your family. Sometimes you have to skip a run to go with your family to an event. Sometimes you have to split up your day. Maybe you have to run half of your mileage one part of the day and half the mileage the other part of the day. What I'm trying to say is, take care of what needs to be taken care of. Don't neglect your family. It's all very important. Make sure you take care of your family. Make sure you take care of what you need to. Don't let running get in the way. One thing that is super important, and I can't stress enough, is to find a running buddy. It's super hard to find people who are willing to put up with you, but if you do find that person, be very thankful. I have a very great running buddy. He is just so forgiving. I can be like the most cantankerous person. I can have the most negative thoughts, but my buddy is okay with my whims. He accepts my ups and downs. I'm not sure how I deserve such a blessing, but I have it, and I'm super grateful. And finding that person is extremely important to this process. While you might not have that person to go the entire distance, having that person is awesome. I'll be the first to admit, it's super hard to stay motivated, especially for a year. To be honest, if you're cheap like me, yes, if you commit your money, it is going to matter. Because if I commit my money, I don't want to take a chance that I'm not going to get that money back. So it is one of those things that kind of drives me to complete. I want to make sure that I get my money back. I want to make sure that I'm not committing money to something I'm not going to do. The biggest secret to completing a 100-mile run is you don't have to actually run an entire 100-mile race. Kind of pick your battles. Conserve where you can. Power walk some of the hills. Run in the sections where you can run. As long as you understand what the finish time is and what the goals are, you can make it. You just have to plan it out. Early in my race, I ran into an injury. I hurt my piriformis a few months before the run. It started to flare up. It developed into an IT band issue during the run. But I kept going. So much of this race is mental that you don't even realize.
18 minutes away from that start.
Mentally, I just kept pushing forward. I had an incredibly difficult time running downhills, but I could do the uphills. My toes and my knee, they were incredibly painful. But I just kept moving forward and I kept on going. I did have to change up my gait, and this did cause huge injuries with me. To be honest, my toe started to flare up. My big toenail blew out. I was literally at the point where I was about to give up. But because I had a great crew, I had a great family, I had some support behind me, it really pushed me to move on. You can't account for that, but honestly, I was about to give up. I only had about 7 miles to go, but the pain was so intense. I really was about to give up, but because of my family and my friends pushing me on, I stuck with it. I didn't want to disappoint them. In the end, I really didn't want to disappoint myself, and I pushed on. The biggest secret to completing a 100-mile run is you don't have to actually run an entire 100-mile race. Kind of pick your battles, conserve where you can, power walk some of the hills, run in the sections where you can run. As long as you understand what the finish time is and what the goals are, you can make it. You just have to plan it out. Early in my race, I ran into an injury. I hurt my piriformis a few months before the run. It started to flare up. It developed into an IT band issue during the run. But I kept going. So much of this race is mental that you don't even realize. Mentally, I just kept pushing forward. I had an incredibly difficult time running downhills, but I could do the uphills. My toe and my knee, they were incredibly painful. But I just kept moving forward and I kept on going. I did have to change up my gait, and this did cause huge injuries with me. To be honest, my toe started to flare up. My big toenail blew out. I was literally at the point where I was about to give up. But because I had a great crew, I had a great family, I had some support behind me, it really pushed me to move on. You can't account for that, but honestly, I was about to give up. I only had about 7 miles to go, but the pain was so intense. I really was about to give up. But because of my family and my friends pushing me on, I stuck with it. I didn't want to disappoint them. In the end, I really didn't want to disappoint myself, and I pushed on.
Thank you, crew, for being here. Awesome.
See you in a bit.
Yeah, see you guys in a little bit. Thank you so much. So hit marathon distance, 26.84 miles. Now we're hitting the infamous meat grinder. I separated a little bit from my friends. There's a few people around here. I'll see what I can do to meet somebody new. But feeling good. Having a few little aches and pains, but they go away. And we'll see how it goes. Anyway, check in later. Veterans. And they've been pulling me through. I hope they don't mind. I'm recording this on my GoPro for posting them. But you guys have been awesome. If we stick with them, they'll take us to the promised land. So Chris, I think we have both surpassed the farthest that we've ever gone.
Not quite.
What's yours?
70. So I'm
Oh, okay. So I've done, mine is all bonus time from here.
Yep.
Thanks for watching. What's your name?
Cindy?
Hi, Cindy. Is this your first 100?
It is.
Yeah. What do you think so far?
Amazing.
Yeah. Thanks. And I think I've hit 55 miles now. It's freaking awesome. Yeah.
87. I've been walking for a good 15 miles because I'm kind of having trouble with my IT band. But even with that, should be able to finish on time, get a buckle, get a little buckle, and about a mile from picking up Joel, probably closer to 2 miles, but we'll see. And that'll be a great lift. I've been out here by myself for a while. Dan did a great job and pulled me through the rough part overnight. Just to wrap this up, I really have to thank the people who helped bring my dreams to reality. Dan Savage was such an awesome pacer. He really took me to places where I didn't think I could go. Joel Oliveira not only helped crew, but he also helped pace me at the end. My wife was so awesome. My children were so awesome. All of them were there. With all of their help, my dreams came true. I met my goal. I did exactly what I wanted, and I can't thank them enough. Hopefully I can be there for them someday and help them meet their dreams. There's just no way that I can ever express my gratitude for helping me meet my dreams. And I really want to thank them. So thank you so much. God bless. I hope that if something like this is your dream, that your family can be there and help you realize your dreams. If you have a support system, let them help you. If you don't, guess what? There are a lot of people out there who are willing to help you. The running community is awesome. There are so many people out there that would love to help you make your goals. Don't be afraid to reach out. It's a wonderful community. I feel so blessed to be within this community and be able to help other people. Just have a wonderful time, roll with it, and try to accomplish your dream.
Get it done. First try out. Yeah, Brian, way to go, man.
You got it.
Go, it's all you. Go get it. Go, go, go. Good work, brother.
Just to get this finish. California resident Paul Morrison. Melina and Paul both finishing their first 100-mile run.